Hello everyone! Hello, this is CyricZ, and we are playing Sherlock Holmes Crimes and Punishment once again. We are in the 5th case of the game, and while I won't quite say that this is a prickly case just yet, there might be cause for that. Okay, cool. Hello everybody, thanks for coming in. Hello Devel, hello Medea, hello GoDZ, hello Jim BR. Thank you all for coming. Hi Watson! How's Watson doing? Watson is hatless today. Repeat, hatless. So, we are investigating. We were originally investigating the theft of plants from the Kew Gardens, the Kew Botanical Gardens in London here, and what we have discovered is that this garden was the scene of a murder. In fact, there was an assumed death of the curator, the director of these gardens. He stumbled in through here, collapsed and hit his head here. But there's a thought that somewhere in here he got poisoned with some toxic plant. And we don't know what. So, what have we got so far? We've got a couple of suspects. We have Mr. Albert Dunn, who was the director's son. And he is not happy with his dad, who constantly berated him, and also he wanted to go into the Navy, whereas his father insisted on following footsteps with botany. Then there's Martin Hamish, the current person who's in charge of the Kew Gardens. He refers to himself as the deputy director, but clearly that is not his actual title. We've been informed that he's kind of a dick. And also, he didn't really seem to like the director Dunn either, as Director Dunn didn't really have a passion for botany that Hamish did. And lastly, we have Ms. Margaret White, a young student who is actually on the pay from Montague Dunn, the director, who kind of has a semi-relationship, the two of them. Dunn funded her somewhat extravagant lifestyle. It does seem like she does have an enjoyment of the work, though. Regardless, we've got a few things to do here. If I can check my objective markers here, we've got... we have to find the plant that was used to kill him. We still have some inspection to do in the staff buildings, so we're not quite done there yet. We also have to use Toby to track the strange scent from the laboratory. So we're going to go grab Toby. We're going to go equip Toby. Actually, I don't have to do that. I can just go to the map and just hop over back to Baker Street. Oh, Kew Gardens isn't in London. Apparently it's outside of the city. Notice they attached a map to the edge of my move book. So I hope everyone's having a good week so far. My week's going okay, except for the fact that allergens have gone mental in this past week, and it's getting to the point where I can't get through the entire day, even with all my medication, without at least taking out my contact lenses and washing my eyes and everything. And that is something I would prefer not to have to do, but here we are, just dealing with it. Time to equip Toby.
Come on, Toby. We have some work for you to do. Let us go to Kew Gardens.
To Kew Gardens. We also have a research check over here, because one of the people involved in this case seems to be a group called the Divine Syndicate, and they have made reference to the date of June 14th, 1889. So let's go check our newspapers and see if we can find any interesting stuff going on, such as the Naval Defense Act, or the Cleveland Street Scandal, or the Scandal of the Divine Syndicate. Maybe it's just that. Scandal of the Divine Syndicate Club. The Divine Syndicate Club, followers of the God King Charwan, situated on 48 Grosvenor Street, Carlton Road, protectors of plants, and more particularly trees, are currently the subject of an administrative investigation of the worst kind. The leaders of this organization are suspected of financial malfeasance. It may be that this investigation will lead to charges of justiciary. Meanwhile, many voices have risen high against this inspection, denouncing the state. In fact, the private organization, which is given as its goal the defense and protection of nature, and which incorporates many persons of influence, including the political representatives of the opposition party. How dare
Here
they?
it is. And here is the Divine Syndicate's address. Perfect. It is time to find out what they have against Montague Dunn.
Let's sneak in and break up their stuff. Let's go to Divine Syndicate right now, in fact. We'll be going to Kew Gardens a lot more probably during this case.
If I go there, Toby will wait for me in the cab.
Because we didn't want to model Toby as having hung out here. So now we're taking all 3 members of the party. Also, additionally, Andor finished off last night. Andor is the best Star Wars media I have seen ever.
This place is beautiful, Holmes. Its atmosphere is remarkably soothing.
Fascinating.
Let us find someone who could help us.
Here he goes. Clearly an Eastern vibe here. But, yeah, Andor's kind of amazing, kind of awesome, kind of incredible, kind of really, really, really good Star Wars, and just really, really good television for anyone who's just interested in stories about revolutions. Because this is very much a story about how revolution gets built. So I definitely recommend it. And also, of course, right after finishing Andor, I watched Rogue One, because it leads right into it. Hello, sir. Can I step in your weird thingy? In your circle of influence?
Good day to you, sir. My name is Sherlock.
I am exalting the sap.
Oh, no.
A while can you wait?
Oh, no.
From the trace of elements and moreover, from the quality of the ambient geotropism it depends.
Uh-huh.
Therefore, please, mind my gravitropism. Its balance. Do not disturb.
Disturbed is most definitely the word.
There. Completed is the symbiosis. Welcomed you are. To introduce myself, I shall. I
Yoda,
am the
come on.
Green Grand Mystic.
The Green Grand Mystic himself.
This is me. Who am I speaking to?
We are 2 gentlemen who are extremely interested in the vegetation philosophy that is advocated by this establishment.
Listening to you, I am.
Yep, this is definitely Yoda speak. Right. Okay. Clearly the tattoo. It's not quite like a dragon, but... what else we got here? Fingertip calluses. And... abrasion on his palm. Acid burn, actually. Chemical practice.
We should
gonna
like
ask
to
him
take a
about
look
look around.
to immerse ourselves in the wisdom that emanates from here.
It is a school of anastomosis, the
Gesundheit.
divine scholastic syndicate for vegetation veneration and meditation. You may say, the divine syndicate. Glory to the eukaryotic. Only true devotees, those whose hearts are ready to spermatify.
Max transforms back into HBO Max. Yeah,
are
that just
permitted
happened.
to physically enter our vegetable kingdom.
Those meetings must have been
and
hell.
its wisdom. And to be permitted, you must earn it. Yes.
Okay. That's got your pots.
We visited Kew Gardens, and we found your symbols on their flower pots.
Coincidence, I am thinking. They would scavenge our refuse. It would not surprise me.
It was merely an observation.
What company even was Max? Never heard of before HBO came HBO Max. It is literally just a Time Warner branding thing. Time Warner owns the whole thing. And, yeah. I don't know why. I guess it just kind of wanted to ditch... Because HBO Max was like considered a streaming service version of HBO, whereas regular HBO was just the broadcast channel. So, yeah. And then decided to call it the Max to distance from HBO, and now they're bringing it back to HBO. I don't get it. Nobody gets it.
Well, we will leave you to your...
But first, let's just take a quick look around. See if I have to spot things around here to kind of piece together what the proofs he's asking for. Yes, we'll bring it back. We'll bring back HBO Max just so we can Batgirl one more time for good measure. Nice bell, bro. Ooh. Is it the thing that goes dong? The hourly dong? Ooh, yeah. I see you. Pot piece. Broken pieces.
Fragments of a flower pot. It fell down here.
And over here, a cover. Dun dun dun! Just pots. Hello.
The Kew Gardens symbol.
It's interesting. I'll just steal this. Can I just go in here?
Locked.
Locked. God damn it. Boom. Alright. Now let's see what this guy wants to talk about. Watson's still just kind of hanging there watching him.
Do you have friends at Kew Gardens?
None. Not worthy there.
Kew Garden symbol.
Nevertheless, we have seen Kew Gardens flower pots in your yard. How could they happen to be there?
What? Our sacred place you permitted yourself to search. Sacrilege.
No, really now. There was a theft of plants at Kew Gardens a matter of days ago, and we believe the pots we found here may be connected with it. Please tell us, were you involved?
No. Those plants were ours. They had stolen them from us.
How so?
Their director, Dump, I believe.
Yeah, dump.
Done.
Yes, that's what I said. He borrowed from us 3 of our sisters for the exhibition at his green fly-infested gardens. But he never gave them back to us. Excuses and imbecility. So we went in and saved them.
Uh-huh.
I see. So, if you stole those rare plants from them, then it means... Ah, I get it. Bravo, Holmes. I think the case is solved.
No, we did not steal. We saved. Well, as a matter of fact, we were unable to find our 3 plants.
I beg
Okay.
your pardon. And yet, you took all of the exotic plants from the stand.
They had disappeared. It was the least we could do. They stole our sisters, and so we stole theirs.
Okay, that's admitting to a crime, but okay. Alright, let's
Green Grand
we're
Mystic.
gonna become devotees
We
over
are
here.
ready to become devotees and gain access to your temple.
What is the name of our Lord, our God King?
We just recently revealed that. That was Trawan, the symbol on a broken pot.
Our God King's name is Trewan, Green Grand Mystic.
Trawan.
Oh, la, good.
Oh, Trawan
Good,
Kenobi.
I like you. Here
Was that
is
it?
the holy
Was that it?
key
All
to
of
the
it?
Wisdom
I thought there'd be like at
place.
least 2.
Any donation can you make whenever you so wish.
Thank you so much.
I pray you to taste our fertilizer substance. From the burdens of life it helps to free.
Eat the poop.
But of course.
Raw sap, it is called. It is near the entrance.
Eat the poo-poo, Sherlock.
Well, we will leave you to your meditation.
We found the stolen plants. It's all over. Pack it in, Watson. Hang on. Divine Syndicate Thieves. And then Deadly Plant Stolen. There we go. Jorp. Okay, so we can either say that the Sex stole everything, including the deadly species, or they only stole all but the deadly plants from the exhibition. So I don't think these guys are quite good for it. So I will for right now say the Divine Syndicate stole all but the deadly plants. Adding a 4th suspect to the list here of the collective Divine Syndicate. Anywho. Yup. Book. No thing. No thing here. I have no something going on around here. Ooh, drug table.
That should be the raw sap that the Green Grand Mystic spoke of.
Eat it, Watson. Eat it. Oh, God, I ate it.
This is rather delicious and of an excellent quality.
Eat the poo-poo,
My
Holmes.
word, Holmes. Their sap is like a form of cocaine.
Cool. Big drugs.
This door is locked, but I can try to open it.
I'm sure that guy over there won't mind that I'm picking a lock right here. I'm sure he'll be fine with it. Alright, so that. And then line it up with this over here. Ooh, this one goes left and right, don't it? It won't move. Oh, I gotta move it out. And then move back in. Oh, we gotta figure out how this is gonna go. This could be weird. Well, that looks correct. Okay, that's good. Now, what if we just did... let's see. Would this work? Nah. How about... Nope, nope, nope. What if we just smashed it like that? There we go. Can't stop me there. Let's see here. Oh, how about this? This seems solid. Oh, we got it. Nice. Watson, we need to cook. Mr. White, I threw up. There's Tawan. Look at him. He's so cute.
This must be Triwan, the Divine Syndicate's god.
He's an ent. Yes, I picked that lock just because I wanted to. What are you up to, bro?
Praise the grand tree. Praise it.
Okay, bro. Let's just go over here now. Ooh. It's a Rafflesia, if I'm not mistaken. Oop, put me back in their cage. Okay, what do we got here? Caterpillars!
They are raised as food for certain plants. Let's take them.
Yes, yes, just take caterpillars. Why not? No, I did read a little note over here suggesting that I get caterpillars for some kind of test. Somewhere around here, like, what was it? Oh, I forget exactly what it was. What's this again? Divine Syndicate? A couple other clues and bits of evidence here around. But something suggested I grab a pile of caterpillars, so not completely off base.
A tropical plant. Nothing of interest.
Hey, I like Rafflesia. They look cute.
A tropical plant. Nothing of interest.
I'll be the judge of that, Holmes.
A tropical.
Damn. Nothing of interest, says Holmes. What about this one?
A tropical.
The Petalius. And finally, in the back. Ah, the Florum
These
Diabolica.
three plants are identical to the ones shown at the exhibition. I shall take them.
Like all of them. I must steal them all. Thanks, bros. Just gonna steal all your stuff. What do we got going on over here? Ooh, this is the dark room. Where all the dark shit goes down. Watson cannot follow me here. Chemistry cupboard. What do you got? Alkaloid, spelled with a C instead of a K.
This cabinet is full of chemicals. They are the same as the ones we found in the laboratory at Kew Gardens.
Mm-hmm. And that's all I got. Ooh, use an object of interest here, huh?
That would be enough to perform the most difficult of chemical experiments.
I mean, it's got one of those swirly tube things. And a Bunsen burner. And a round bottom flask. What else we got here? Let's see. Let's see if I can recognize anything. Uh-huh. Yeah, most of it's just kind of flasky stuff. Right. And... whoop. Was it? Oh, there's...
A vast amount of opium.
Watson, we hit the jackpot! My God. Watson, I'll be here for the next 19 hours. we got here?
These instruments are used for smoking opium.
Blazing it, Watson. All right. What's this? The benefactors. Oh, this could be interesting. Lord Sherlock, Mr. F. Mackenzie, Stapleton, C.S. Spencer, Lieutenant Colonel, Mrs. A. Leith, Stubb, Alton, and Yelkett.
The list of plant friends and benefactors, lawyers, well-known manufacturers, political leaders.
We found it, Watson. We found the Illuminati. If only they would commit a crime. Alright. So, what do we got for checks here? We do have to use Toby. Okay. Are those plant center evidence? Yeah, they're just kind of in the... they're in our hammer space over here. Alright, let's go back to Kew Gardens for right now. I just have to remember exactly where I have to use Toby. Which I don't know. And of course this takes a while because Kew Gardens is a large place. Also, I should mention that I've been playing Expedition 33 still, and I have finally completed Act 1. So now I'm in Act 2. And any of you who played Expedition 33 knows what all that means, so I won't go into more details. Still a little early in the game's life cycle to talk about that.
Let us take Toby to the laboratory. He will pick up the scent of this mysterious substance.
And go.
Search, Toby. Search.
All right, Holmes. Toby's just figured out how to open doors on his own now. There's Hamish. Hamish. Not Hamish, that's the Hunger Games character. Hamish Abernathy. I remember that guy. Woody Harrelson played him, as I recall, in the movies. Oop, the hidden place is here.
Congratulations, Toby. Now let us see what you have found.
He found this thing. A hidden bottle.
This is the bottle that was used in the laboratory. It was buried here.
It's got caterpillars in it. I've seen them.
There is still some liquid remaining in the bottle, with gold flakes. A tiny
Flakes.
caterpillar. Not surprising to see one in a garden, but at the bottom of a bottle.
What about a tequila bottle? Blech. Now what?
Brave Toby. The best nose in the British Empire.
Good job, Toby. You're a good boy. Let's see. Now, what do we do with this stuff here? Oh, we gotta perform analysis in the chem flask and buried in the ground at Kew Gardens. Let's go back to the lab. Actually, I might be able to do it here. They were saying I could, like, do some experiments, like, locally, but, whatever. I have to search around to find it. So, back to Baker Street we go, where I know where the bench is. Oh, one thing I got at PAX, I'll have to show you guys. Which is odd, because I don't have a camera, but I'm going to show you anyway. Let's see if this picks up. Anyone remembers that noise? I think Midday would remember that noise, offhand. Yeah, she freaked out. So Fangamer has
Let us
a
determine
plush grub
just what
from
we have
Hollow
found
Knight,
here.
and it's
Let us pour
and it
liquid
makes little
from
noises.
the bottle into a test tube to perform an analysis. This
Okay.
is the bottle that we found hidden at Kew Gardens.
Oh, I'm not
Let
just gonna
us use a
freeload
pipette
it
to
down
take a
to the test
sample of the
tube?
liquid and fill a test tube.
Sounds like a coward's way out, but I'll take the pipette, I suppose. Boing. Boing. Yep, it's the grubs from Hollow Knight. Okay, now what? Now eat it.
A colorless, water-based liquid.
Eat it, Watson. Sniff it good.
Quite a strong floral aroma.
Oh, God, down the hatch.
Holmes? What are you doing?
It has a bitter taste.
What if it's poisonous?
Did you ever see poison stored in enormous jars like that? Anyway, there is a doctor nearby.
Somewhere.
So what do you think it is?
It is some kind of organic compound. Let us vaporize the liquid and see what happens.
Let's do it. Bunsen burner, go. Ooh, a leavings.
Small colorless crystals. Colorless, tiny crystals that are soluble in water, with a floral smell and a bitter taste. Watson, could you pass me that small bottle, please?
Of course. Here you are. Holmes, do you know what it is?
Wagner's reagent. There was a label on the bottle that you passed to me.
No, Holmes, I meant the bottle that we found.
Let me add the reagent and see if there is any sediment, and then I shall tell you.
I feel like I want to turn off this Bunsen burner. I don't want to leave it running.
I need to take a pipette.
Oh, fine. Pipette it. Pipette it up, yo. Into the reagent. It's red. I knew it, I think.
Red sediment, just as I suspected.
Well, sediment would suggest
This
it
liquid
crashes
is of
out.
organic origin. It contains some alkaloid. Most likely it is unstable, and that is why there is a quantity of gold dust to prevent contamination.
Ah.
This mixture is probably a fertilizer. Someone was carrying out unusual experiments in the garden's laboratory.
Dang, man. Alright. We got some stuff here. Suspicious ingredients and poisoning. Set up the experiment. Set up the alkaloid from a chemical laboratory and the caterpillars and perform the experiment with the deadly plants. Let's do it! Didn't think so, but it was worth a shot. Alright, let's deadly plant this stuff. Let's do
According
it.
to the deadly plants information, in order to perform our experiment, we will need fertilizer and food. Caterpillars should do nicely. According to the
Oh, I need, I thought I had caterpillars. Well, maybe I need the fertilizer. Maybe I need more of the fertilizer. Alright, back we go, I guess. So yes, I've been told it's possible we might finish tonight. So if we do, then my next stream will be the second DLC for Rise of the Golden Idol, which has just come out this week, so perfect timing. We'll play that DLC, and then we will start up Judgment. The Mystery Boys. What kind of object of interest do I need here? Come on. I'm told I need an object of interest to this, but what is it? Right, you got fertilizer? Give me some.
Just be careful with the plants during your inspection.
Bruh. Is there fertilizer somewhere around here? I mean, there was the, oh crap, there was that stuff at the... Why don't we get the cocaine? At the Divine Syndicate. I just forgot about that we had the cocaine over there. Maybe now they'll let me take it. Loading, loading. Doing trucks on stream. Hey, it ain't me doing it, it's Holmes doing it. Did that door just close in the distance? That's kind of funny if it did. No, I can't examine the drugs table anymore. Dang it. I mean, I can eat it again if I want to.
My word, Holmes.
My word. That's not fertilizer. Not as we know it, at least. Oh, okay, there's alcohol. Oh, there's alkaloid over here, isn't there? In the chem lab here? What? I remember seeing it. Here we go, here we go. I'll take that, thank you, sir.
This substance is an alkaloid, the same as in the bottle we found in the bushes at Kew Gardens.
There's bastards.
Perfect, Watson. We can begin our experiment.
Lovely. I did come up with the right thing to do. Apparently I can't use other people's tables for experiments. Lame, now I gotta go back. Alright. Blow some plants. Or something. Whatever it was we were doing.
I imagine that one of these plants would be capable
Oh boy,
of
let's
releasing
kill
a
ourselves.
toxic vapor.
Apparently.
I need to find out exactly how it could be done. I shall begin now. Watson, if you are at all optimistic to have dinner this evening, then I'd recommend that you put on the gas mask.
Oh, fun. Alright, let's pick a, what do we got here? We got the Carlina Inebriata. We've got the... Oops. Ah. Put back. There we
A
go.
prickly plant.
Quite the prickly customer.
A carnivorous plant.
And
This is a strange and unusual plant.
it's got hair. Alright. So... do we just... Wild.
This plant becomes inactive after being drenched with alkaloid.
Dang. Oh, shite.
I find the behavior of predators utterly fascinating.
How about this guy? Hey!
How interesting. What a strong and effective defensive mechanism.
Also, they seem to have just about missed my eyeballs. Hi.
It appears to open after being soaked with alkaloid.
Interesting. How about this then? Hey! Oh!
It closed again. I believe I saw a small cloud of gas. I wonder what secrets this plant is hiding. Perhaps if we agitate it to a greater extent whilst it is opened, it will reveal a little more.
Neat.
I am interested in what might occur if the prickly plant should shoot at it.
Yeah. Open, and then you did this.
It appears to open after... This plant seems to...
Do we alkaloid it then? Phew.
This plant becomes inactive after being drenched with alkaloid.
Okay, I got it now. We gotta put the spiky plant in the middle. And then we did this. Got an alkaloid there.
Reaction.
Well, it's already open, so I suppose we don't have to do anything more. But I will put caterpillar here. Then attack. And then patoo, 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 patoo. I died, Watson. Bleh.
Toxic gas with spores. Extraordinary. The plants would be capable of killing only if they were directly next to the victim and stimulated at precisely the right moment.
Let us take our caterpillars to the Colonial Collection Room. We may see things more clearly there.
It is too early, Watson. Our suspects will be there. Let us investigate Kew Gardens one more time and ask some questions.
Let's just do that. Or first, let's piece some crap together. Deadly precision. Divine Syndicate left the plans of Kew Garden in order to murder Montague Dunn at a later date. Nah, sect is not involved. I don't believe the sect is involved. I'm sure it's a conclusion we can draw, but... because he died all the same. Okay, back to Q. Now see here, 007. Watson, jump scare. I do still want to watch the the first Guy Ritchie Sherlock Holmes movie again. That's a fun movie and I enjoy. Do I want to get the Get All Conclusions Achievement Trophy? I mean, I don't need it, but if you want to, go ahead. You can go ahead and direct me to make sure I can not lock out conclusions. I don't mind that. Hey, what's up, Hamish? Before death done.
Can you tell me if you saw Mr. Montague Dunn on the day of his death?
Yes, of course. I met him, and we went to see Albert, his son, at around 9:30. He appeared quite calm.
Okay. And
What were you doing on the morning of the accident?
After paying multiple visits to Albert, I had a little talk with Miss White. Then I returned to my desk to complete some paperwork. Suddenly, I observed that Mr. Dunn was not feeling well, so I ran immediately to fetch Albert. I clearly remember that it was around 10:30, for I was late that morning.
Thank you, Mr. Hamish. We shall continue our investigation.
So there are 6 conclusions in this case and 1 extra that locks 3 of them from being available to begin with. So would that suggest that once I come up with a conclusion, the other 3 get locked? So I should do those other 3 first and then do that last conclusion? Oops. Anything else I gotta do in here? Can't remember. Yeah, photograph. Look at this phonograph. Gotta find another cylinder. Yeah, this is all examined. Whoop. Hey, we didn't toss
Miss
Miss
White's locker.
What's that all about? Oh, we didn't look through her purse. Go
A
figure.
vanity purse. It is of high quality.
What's this then? Margaret, we were surprised to receive your letter. How could you think to ask us for money after all these years that have passed since you left, and without any thought of us? You have never shared with us any detail of your success at the university, but you choose to do so now? We suppose you must be ashamed of us, for you are not from the same high class as your new friends. Yes, we are modest people, but you should learn to put your family first, as we at home have always done, and none of us ever compromise their reputation, as it appears you have already with your employer, Mr. Dunn. No, Margaret, it is you who makes us feel ashamed. Your parents. We hate you. Your hating parents. Nice. Oh, cool. We finally gathered all the data on Montague Dunn that we were supposed to. Cool. Margaret White's studies and social situation were completely dependent on Montague Dunn's wealth. Goodness me. We're getting a lot of non-choice ones here. Only the 2 choice ones so far. Alright. So now we gotta talk to the other weirdos. Yeah, that was it for that area. Cool. Oh, that's right. Margaret's in the other room. Up, up, up. Over here in the seed house. Seedland. Hello, Margaret.
Can you tell me what Mr. Dunn was doing upon the day of his death?
I can, but there is nothing very special to say. I was in the laboratory when I saw Mr. Dunn heading towards me. Tuesday is the day of his weekly visit. It was supposed to be at 9, but he was 10 minutes late, as usual.
And then?
Well, he came in to say good morning. Then I saw him spend 2 or 3 minutes by the plants outside the laboratory. After that, he ran out in the direction of the nursery, where Mr. Hamish was working. He was always in a rush during the inspection, you see. I would pity anyone who stood in his way.
And that was the last time you saw him?
Yes. I stayed in the laboratory until 20 minutes to 11, when I heard the cries of Albert and Mr. Hamish from the large glass house. I joined them as soon as I could, for I knew that something must be very wrong.
What exactly were you doing in the laboratory?
I was recording an experiment for my thesis. I only stopped my work once when Mr. Hamish visited me briefly around 10 o'clock.
I see.
You say you were recording an experiment when the tragedy occurred. Might I listen to the roll?
Certainly. Please do. You will find it in the laboratory. It is number 320.
Thank you, miss.
Now get out of my office. Up, up, up. Back to the laboratory. So where is it? Yeah. Whoop. Ah! I think. There it is, there it is. There's a few extra cylinders here, but 320 is available. Alright, stick it on the phonograph.
These plants, classified as shrubs or grasses, have adapted to their arid environment due to a system of underground roots.
This recording seems very long. It is unnecessary to listen to all of it. Miss White was in the laboratory, as she told us.
Well done, Miss White. You have an alibi. Good for you. Alright, let's go talk to Al. And see if he has an alibi.
Your father's death does seem highly suspicious. What were your movements here on that day?
Suspicious? Well, I was working in the seed house, taking care of Lysa something, or Lear Pontus, or... No, wait. Ah, these Latin names. And I spent so many hours trying to memorize them.
Did you see your father that day?
Yes. He came here with Mr. Hamish for his weekly visit. There was nothing unusual about that.
And then?
Nothing. They stepped out to the backyard. It was perhaps 20 minutes before 10 o'clock. Then about 10 minutes later, I saw my father heading for the dry tropics room while Mr. Hamish returned here.
And Mr. Hamish and Miss White, what were they both doing that morning?
Mr. Hamish visited me a couple of times. I also saw him returning from talking with Miss White, and that was at 10 minutes past 10. But then he ran back here to me to tell me that my father was feeling unwell. We hurried across to the water lily room, and I found my father lying dead on the floor. Oh my God.
Damn.
Thank you, young man. We shall see you again soon.
Very soon. What? Sometime later.
Everyone has gone, Holmes. The way is clear.
How did we hide? Did we just hide the thing? Huh? Escaping the room. Whoop! Ah, the bust. Escaping the room. And then what? Oh, there's more, I guess. Maybe there's more. Maybe that's it. Pew, 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 pew. Busted. He looks drunk to me.
When Montague Dunn was standing close by the plants, the caterpillars were released and caused the deadly spores to activate. Panicking, and likely already half asphyxiated, Montague Dunn started back and knocked over the bust. He rushed to the door, but it was locked. He had to force it open with his shoulder. We already know the outcome. Montague Dunn collapsed and died not far from the pool. Well, it is time to perform our experiment on the ventilation system.
I knew that ventilation system would factor in.
The caterpillars could only fall from the ventilation duct. Our caterpillars are in place. I'll activate the ventilation system so that they fall down. Watson, stay here and observe.
Get rained on by
All right,
caterpillars.
Holmes.
It'll be funny. Well, yes. Oh, whoop, the detergent, I forgot about that. Broken thing. Yes, we got those before. So what, do I have to look at this now? Or is the idea just to follow it all the way till its end? Which I can do. Yeah. Or can I? Maybe I suck at it. Maybe I'm gonna get lost. Oh, it's gotta go back, doesn't it? I know where the ventilation system goes. It goes back this way. Uh-huh. Further in, further in. All the way over there. Through the seed house. And it comes out here. Let's roll it! Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
The power is on. The engine has started.
Gotta shift it into gear.
The ventilation system is working.
Good job, mate. I'm assuming that's all we got, is just the way to trace the ventilation system. Watson, are you dead? Because if you are, I'm going to take off. Colonial room there? I can't remember. I cannot remember this place for the life of me. Alright. Stumble our butt around here. What's yellow in here? Is it yellow in here and for a reason, or am I just going through an opium episode again? Yeah, here we are. You get doused with caterpillars, Watson. Okay, it didn't work. Whatever happened didn't happen. Maybe I gotta go back out there again. Find a different way in or something. I just wanted to ring caterpillars on Watson. That's all I want to do in my life. Gotta activate the system from the seed house, huh? Ah, there's a breaker here or something.
Excellent. This ventilation fan is working. Let us see if I can activate the other one.
Where's the... would it be the other one over here? Or no, it would be... I have to keep following this. Blech. This is the nursery, if I was remember. Ah, there it is. Another one in the nursery.
Perfect. Now I just need to find Watson to check the result.
Ah! Says Watson.
It works perfectly, Holmes. Bravo. Now, if you could just help me
Douse
get rid
them.
of these caterpillars.
Perfect. Now we know how the murder of Montague Dunn was carried out, by activating both Albert's and Mr. Hamish's fans.
But only from Mr. Hamish's workplace would it be possible to see when Montague Dunn entered the Colonial Collection Room.
Well, that's it. Hamish's opportunity. Martin Hamish had the opportunity to stimulate the deadly plants in the Colonial Collection Room. As a biologist, he would have understood the technicality of how to do this. Okay, let me know if stuff happening here. Like, we can set up all three of these, can't we? Yeah, go tell me what to get, which conclusions to get before I get locked in. This, yeah, basically saying whether she's good for it or not. And all of them technically could theoretically do it. You gotta get Divine Syndicate, Miss White, and Albert done first. So what, sectors involved? Got it. Getting Hamish's conclusion locks you into it. I see. So let's say... Partial thefts. Nothing less than clues? No, this is it. So I didn't have another selection here, so it seems no matter what I do. Oh, Hamish's opportunity when I locked it in. Having Hamish's opportunity already locked it in. I guess that makes sense. Martin Hamish could be the killer. He had the opportunity to steal the Divine Syndicate plants and simulate them from his workplace directly after he had locked Montague Dunn inside the collection room. Interesting. Having Hamish's opportunity to begin with locks me out of it. How about that? So we gotta do a thing before we can go any further.
Let's go to Scotland Yard.
Let's do it. Clearly, this is not the end of the case. Yeah, so it looks like I got locked out of those conclusions. Oh well, no big deal. Not that important that I get a platinum in this game. Besides, if I really wanted, I could just burn through the case. It's not that hard.
Locked.
Dang it! What are we gonna talk to now? Lestrade, is he in his office? He is! I finally get to go in Lestrade's office. Finally.
Inspector, I believe that Martin Hamish is guilty of the murder of Montague Dunn.
Well,
Aha! I knew it. I'll send the lads around to arrest him.
Very good. I shall wait to hear from you.
7 weeks later. Yeah, well, you always get a chance to restart the case from, like, the main menu, right? You can just go back and restart cases. Not a problem. Not a concern. Not a worry. Alright. Let's beat him up.
Inspector, I came here as quickly as I could.
Martin Hamish is in the large glass house. There's no need to hurry.
Oh boy, oh boy. Are we gonna do a thing, or... I'm trapped.
Martin Hamish is in the large glass house.
Okay, can I get around you guys? Just barely squeeze myself through here. I forget which one's the large glass house. It's this one.
Holmes, my God!
Yes. We found him like that.
Oh, wow, a surprise.
Our
by
messing around
Lestrade.
with the ventilation system didn't go unnoticed. Mr. Hamish realized that we knew.
Inspector, could you arrange the body, please? I should like to examine it.
Blech. Damn, bro. There's his letter. His
The
neck.
mark around the neck is very visible. He died instantly.
Case closed, Watson. It was Lestrade. He did it.
Holmes, his left shoe is unique. This anomaly is often a characteristic of...
A club foot. Bravo, Watson. That is the key element of this case.
Yes, of course it is. Absolutely. Huh? Life has become a living hell. I find it unbearable. Dunn deserved to die, but I cannot forgive myself for having his blood upon my hands. We Hamishes seem to have always fallen victim to our circumstance, and I find myself to be no exception. I must atone, and I shall do so here now. Farewell. Wow. Martin Hamish was unable to run due to the tibial torsion on his club foot. Therefore, we should find out if he had sufficient time to lock the door of the Colonial Collection Room and activate the ventilation system. Did he have an accomplice? Talk Lestrade. Discuss with Lestrade the possible impact of new clues found on the body of Martin Hamish. Can do. New stuff's piling up here. Alright, Lestrade. Here's the deal.
Something about this rings very oddly.
Why do you say that, Mr. Holmes?
Why? Because of Mr. Hamish's club foot. Oh, I deserve to be kicked from here to Charing Cross. I should have noticed it.
But, Mr. Holmes, I can't see why.
No, I don't suppose you do. You must recall that Mr. Dunn was locked inside the Colonial Collection Room by the murderer. If it was Mr. Hamish, he would have had to run up to his workplace to trigger the fan situated above it, taking into consideration the condition of his foot.
Well, it is still possible.
Perhaps, but it is rather strange that such a person as Mr. Hamish decided to base his plan on the speed of his gait.
You mean to say that somebody helped him?
So the suicide is questionable?
Correct. Mr. Hamish accuses only himself in his letter, and so the investigation stops.
Possibly an accomplice, then? That idea had not occurred to me, Mr. Holmes.
I have another idea, Inspector. Thanks to the testimony that we have collected, we are able to rebuild the events as they took place that day.
With a timeline, such as we did in the Jack the Ripper case.
Precisely.
The map at
boy.
the entrance of Kew Gardens should help us with our timeline.
Sounds good. And we're going. And
Let
we
us
bring you down
analyze
to
the
map.
facts and
Oh
statements
boy!
so that we may recreate the events of that morning.
Okay, Martin Hamish and Montague Dunn went to meet Albert in the Seed House at around 9:30. It was around 20 minutes to 10 when Hamish and Montague Dunn went out to the backyard. After 10 minutes, Dunn recommenced his inspection and entered the dry tropics room, and Hamish returned to the Seed House. Martin Hamish had a conversation with Miss White at 10 o'clock. Wait a minute. This is incorrect. Oh, 20 minutes to 10, not 20 minutes having passed. Got it. Martin Hamish had a conversation with Ms. White at 10 o'clock. Ms. White was in the laboratory until 10:40, when she saw Hamish and Albert in the Waterlily greenhouse and joined him there. Boop. Hamish ran to Albert as soon as he observed that Montague Dunn was unwell, which is around 10:30. Albert was in the Seed House the entire morning. He observed Hamish returning from visiting Ms. White at 10:10. Yep, something went wrong, I guess. Hang on, let me go back here. After 10 minutes, Dunn recommends inspection. The dry traps and Hamish returned to the Seed House. Didn't Didn't like that, though, huh? Oh, he's right here. Of course. Never mind me. I'm just a fool. There we go. Look at him. Oh, no, he died. Wow, she runs fast.
Let us summarize. Montague Dunn was poisoned inside the Colonial Collection Room. He forced open the door, which means that someone locked him inside there at 10:20. Martin Hamish was last seen at 10:10. This means that he has approximately 10 minutes to lock the door of the Colonial Collection Room. Given that he was club-footed, it is doubtful. Albert also has 10 minutes to lock the door of the Colonial Collection Room, which is quite enough time. Miss White was last seen at 10 o'clock, which means that she had approximately 20 minutes to lock the door. More than enough time. Perfect, Watson. Now, let us ascertain who assisted Martin Hamish in killing Montague Dunn.
Okay. Let me go into my brain over here. Let's see. Albert is not involved. Martin Hamish and Albert not accomplices. It is unlikely that Albert would have the opportunity in 10 minutes would not have been elected to the thing, or he did have the ability. Let's say he did for right now. Enough of traps, you can learn accomplishments in 20 minutes. So this zaps me over to Albert as the accomplice, which locks in a conclusion, or the other one, which is White, I guess, huh? Oops. Oh, Hamish did it alone, baby. White is an accomplice? Or maybe, I don't know if this is possible. What if everyone did it? Oh, you won't let us say that, huh? She deserves the rope. I don't know. I really don't think Albert's all that good for it, though. Because he seemed to be, you know, enjoying the idea of... Or rather, not enjoying the... Well, it's weird, because he's like enjoying the idea of taking over the gardens, despite the fact that he didn't like his dad, and despite the fact that he wanted to be a sailor. I don't know. It seems a weird thing to do. The one that would make sense is Margaret White. I mean, at the end of the day... The issue here is that she has the alibi of when she was recording, but really when you think about it, she could have kind of recorded that at any given time, couldn't she have? Nothing suggests she had to be recording it then. His father's death gave him a new perspective. Respecting his dad's legacy, huh? Oh, why not? All right. Yeah, but the recording can happen at any
Holmes,
time.
how can you be certain that we'll find Miss White here?
It is obvious, Watson. Just use your brain.
I am using it. I do use it.
Now that the rope has tightened around Martin Hamish, Miss White must act to erase all traces of her implication. After the suicide of her accomplice, there is one final trace remaining: the deadly plants of the Divine Syndicate. She will be there.
Very good. Shall we go?
Just one moment. Now listen to me, Watson. I shall see her alone. You will conceal yourself behind her, quietly.
I've gotten to the... Yeah, you
Whatever
told me to
unplanned.
prepare to stop something.
Nothing spectacular.
I feel it's like every
The
time we
impulses of
have
women have
the answer,
always
we
been
have
mysteries
to
me.
do
But
a
she
quick
is a
time event.
bold one, and so we must be cautious.
All right. You can count on me, Holmes.
Hello. Don't kill yourself.
Mr. Holmes, good day to you.
You do not seem surprised, Miss White.
Well, I was expecting you.
Not for too long, I believe. So please tell me, as it is still unclear, who planned the murder? Was it you?
You were wrong, Mr. Holmes.
It was Martin Hamish, then. You managed to convince him to take on a more prominent role.
You could not be further from the truth.
You think that you can fool me?
You don't care what I think.
I am not blaming you, Miss White. You are a young and brilliant woman, trapped in a dull and hostile world. Life has never been easy. Men, in particular.
They suck. Like a lot of them.
You... It is hopeless.
Indeed. Well, it may be true that I cannot yet change the world, but I can spare your life.
All right, now a fist
My
fight
life,
with Miss White.
There is nothing left to save. I have lost everything. Do you hear me? Everything! And you were just like all the others. You would abuse and take advantage of a vulnerable woman.
I hardly think so. Now just listen to me.
I've tried so hard, but I have had enough.
Miss White, no!
No! Watson! Tackle her!
I beg you not to do this, Miss White.
Don't come any closer.
Oh, this is a weird different one. I thought it'd just be a normal quick time event, but...
Please remain calm. We can help you.
Not one step further. Don't try to stop me.
Get it, Watson!
Stop this foolishness. You cannot
Do a
truly want
suplex,
to
Watson.
die.
No, it's too late.
Hurrah! Heat action. Essence of
Well
break bottle.
done, Watson. She was not faking.
Miss White, you have no right to take your own life.
Dr. Watson? Did you just save me? Or worse?
Sure, we did that. Miss White is a desperate woman, a victim of society. It's society that's the problem, man. Society. When Dunn cast her aside, her life stopped. She killed him in pure desperation with the help of Martin Hamish. She was the one who locked the door of the Colonial Collection Room directly after Hamish released the caterpillars. She did not deserve such a terrible fate. Yeah. Personality ranking, sympathizing. Bleeding Heart Holmes. Yeah, I absolved her. But not the dude who killed the murderer. Hey, look. Holmes is an ephemeral type of fellow. Final case, Half Moon Walk.
Where are you going, Holmes?
Very capricious.
Have you been invited somewhere?
Ooh, nice
We
suit.
have been invited, Watson,
We have. Where to?
to the Baker Street Irregulars' annual dinner. They sent us an invitation. It is on the table.
A dinner. How could those street urchins afford anything like that? I can't understand your interest in them, Holmes. They're dirty. They wouldn't hesitate to steal your wallet. They...
Watson, you should be
And they are dirty.
excited. It is a secret dinner. Its location changes every year. Read the menu. Sounds mouth-watering.
All right. We, the secret police of Baker Street, invite you, Sherlock Holmes, and Dr. Watson to our annual dinner.
Diner.
Menu, entree, frozen rat head salad. Is this a joke?
Not at all. Pray continue.
Main course, sow's udder in Danny Nutcracker's way.
Ooh, I love that way.
Sounds disgusting, Holmes. Hedgehog goulash. Street
The important thing
turnips
is to get
in
the spines
homemade
out.
juice. And it goes on.
Ah, I can hear them on the stairs now.
Well, we can't go there. We can't eat that.
Watson, you'll hurt the feelings of those poor children. We have to go.
Oh, Mr. Holmes.
It is fine, Mrs. Hudson.
Mr. Holmes!
Wiggins, Dr. Watson is getting ready. He will be delighted to join us. You don't look well, my young man. Is there something wrong? Don't tell me the dinner is cancelled.
Mr. Holmes, it's my brother Leighton. He's in a prison cell. They say he's killed 2 men. You have to help us, Mr. Holmes, because I know he didn't do it.
Where is he now?
From what I've heard, they took him to the yard, and they gave him a good beating already.
Sounds like
you know
them.
what they're like. They'll hang him. They won't look any further.
Holmes, we have to help him.
And forget about the dinner? Wiggins, I'll take the case.
You're fantastic, Mr. Holmes. I'll be waiting for you at the crime scene. You'll be there, right? It's on Half Moon Street in Whitechapel.
Very well.
Whitechapel. Oh, no. First things first, though, we have to check to see all the other stuff. We have to play with Toby.
Hello, Toby. All you need now
Yay!
is a sword
Doug
and a mock
Fancier.
cap, and you could be Mrs. Hudson's younger sister.
Damn! Shit, Holmes. And once again, the weird lady. We get something. We got a letter. Dear Mr. Holmes, I'm ready to express my appreciation for your striking of the truth of this horrible case. At first, I could not even imagine how Miss Margaret White, such an exceptional, beautiful woman, could plan to commit such a dreadful murder with that fellow Hamish. How angry I was! But when I attempted to put myself in her shoes, I began to understand. As talented and beautiful a lady as Miss White was, she evidently could not complete her studies without money, while my father was living his high life, deficient in human sympathy. Thank you for your kindness towards her. She is no longer here, and I already miss her. Sincerely yours, Albie Dunn. And we got the plant. We got the poison plant. Cool. Good for us. Right. What else? Oh, I think we're dressed up just nicely for this. Yeah, I think that's it for the area. Let's roll. To the yard. Up, up, up. Blah. Sorry, my book hadn't loaded in.
Mr. Holmes, whatever brings you here so late at night?
I'm interested in the case of young Leighton Chapman. He was arrested earlier this evening and accused of a double murder.
I beg your pardon? That case is quite clear to the police. Or are there any new facts that we don't know about?
Who knows, Inspector?
Look, you are free to investigate, of course, Mr. Holmes. Chapman was arrested with a revolver in his possession, which you can find in the evidence room. The suspect himself is in custody.
Did you find anything else on his person?
A few personal belongings. Nothing particular, Mr. Holmes.
Thank you, Lestrade.
All right. Shapes of noses. Why do you care about noses so much, Lestrade? Is this like a weird phrenology thing? The nose of the common criminal and all that. I would like to speak to Mr. Leighton
Please
Chapman,
escort
please.
this suspect for interrogation. Good evening, Mr. Chapman.
Who are you? I've got nothing to say. It's all a mistake.
Calm down, Leighton. I have come here to help you. To find out if you truly are innocent, as your younger brother Wiggins has told me.
My brother? You know him? Then that means you're...
Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, blimey.
Blimey.
All right, Mr. Holmes. I'll tell you everything.
Nice. Name carries some weight. But first, the scan. First, I have to look at you very intently. Well, there's an obvious thing here. Grew up in the hood. You got bait. You got bait and bait good. And, oh, office clerk. Fancy scarf. And the Westgate prison tattoo. Interesting. Alright. What's the story,
Good.
Morning Glory?
Tell me your account of what happened.
I left my work, and I hurried up to see the fireworks in Whitechapel. I was late, so I decided to cut through Half Moon Street. I saw the first fireworks light up in the sky. I bumped into a constable on a corner before entering Half Moon. Then suddenly, what with all the firework flare, I saw two men. They were both lying flat in the middle of the street. I stopped where I was. I thought about turning back to the police, but as I was thinking of that, I saw a third person. He was leaning over the body that was furthest from me. The second I saw him, he raised his head, and he stared at me. In a flash, I saw his gun, but he made a dash for it instead, and he escaped through Whitechapel Street.
So you might still have had time to return to the constable.
I panicked. I didn't know what to do. Anyway, I approached the bodies just to see if they were still alive. I saw that one had blood pumping out of his stomach. He was dying. It was horrible. The second one was already dead. He had a hole in his head. He was holding a gun in his hand, though. I took it, and then I followed the third man.
You picked up a gun at the scene.
Interesting.
Nice job,
Pray,
Danny.
continue.
I turned a corner, and I saw the man standing in the middle of the street. He seemed to be in some sort of panic. And then, Mr. Holmes, something strange happened. I told the police and they laughed at what I said, but I swear to you, my words are true.
Did he fly into the
I
air?
started running towards him. But then I was blinded by a flash. It was so bright that I hardly saw anything for a good dozen seconds. But I kept running forward. As I arrived in Whitechapel, I heard a woman screaming. And then I was caught by the police. But there wasn't a trace of that man. Of course, then they found a gun and all that blood. I couldn't see the murderer escaping and all that mess. Perhaps I was still half-blinded at that moment.
A thrilling account, my young man.
Yes.
Leighton, are you able to describe the person whom you saw standing in Half Moon Street?
Well,
Tell me
I
about
wasn't
his
able to
nose.
see his face at all. It was too dark, and he was too far away. I could see his silhouette.
And what about that?
Nothing so special. He was wearing a jacket. He was quite average in his size and
jacket's
his
back,
weight.
baby.
I see. Was there anything else that struck you at the time?
Yeah, the police. Ha!
But perhaps it's strange, but I can't remember the sound of his footsteps as he was running away. Perhaps it was because of the fireworks or the surprise of me seeing him.
We shall see you soon, young man.
Very soon. Evidence room. Okay, we go here.
So this is
The
the
weapon.
gun that Leighton was holding when he was caught by the police. It is a Webley revolver, a reliable weapon. It seems as though the shells were not removed from the cylinder.
Which means I can count how many shots were fired. Right? Right? There we go. Yep, 2.
2 out of the 6 shells have been fired. There were 2 shots.
Fascinating.
A cheap watch, bought with his own money, no doubt. These cigarettes are filled with cheap tobacco. Nothing interesting.
And there's this weird apple thing, which is even less interesting. It's fascinating. All right. I imagine it's time to go to the scene. Oops.
Mr. Holmes.
Holmes. What are you in for, lady? Half Moon Street, go. All right. Time to tear this place apart. Oh, you. Spill it. Or open my map. Quite dark in here. The twists and turns of London.
Please, gentlemen, leave the scene now. Oh, Mr. Holmes, is that you?
Good evening, Constable...
Constable Marrow.
Bone
I was
Marrow.
here with Inspector Aberline during the Ripper case, Mr. Holmes, back in '88. But then this is nothing like that case. With this one, we've got the murderer, the weapon, and the statements, which speak for themselves.
Of course, Marrow. But you know that appearances can sometimes be deceiving.
Yes, I can't scan you though.
Who were the victims?
Regular old
The
Bobby.
two men here, both shot. The stab fellow was Brian Vercotti, a well-known ruffian. The other, Kenneth Butler, a jeweller by trade.
You spoke of statements. You have witnesses?
Well, I was there, so I gave my own statement. And then there were two other witnesses who said they saw the killer Chapman. Mr. Turner, a gentleman who lives in that flat over there.
Got him.
And Polly Powell, a flower seller, who was over at the far side of the street.
Yep.
So, Constable Marrow, I should be delighted to hear your testimony.
I was standing at the north side of Half Moon Street. That was the side that you came from.
Okay.
But you would have been unable to observe this part of the street, where we are standing now.
That is correct. But I saw the two victims slowly enter Half Moon Street, and then shortly after, the fireworks started. A few minutes after that, the fellow Chapman rushed towards me and ran into Half Moon Street.
Please continue.
I
Continue.
didn't pay attention, but suddenly I heard a woman's cries and police whistles on the other side of Half Moon Street. I rushed over there and I saw the two dead bodies on the ground. When I reached Whitechapel Street, I saw Leighton Chapman. He'd been caught by two police constables.
Hardly much of a statement, really.
Did you hear the shots?
I was around and
I
saw the
didn't hear
three
any
guys.
shots. The fireworks were all over the sky. They were so loud I couldn't hear anything else.
What were the fireworks in honor of, Constable?
Well, today's Queen Victoria's birthday, Mr. Holmes.
What was that today?
Yes, I appear to have lost track of the days. It is May now, of course. Constable Marrow, what else caught your attention while you were running through Half Moon Street?
I saw nothing but rats, and I took the time to light every corner with my lamp.
Did you happen to look up at Mr. Turner's window when you were on Half Moon Street at that time?
Yes, I saw that the window was open, but no one was there. It was dark in the room.
Constable, your statements have been of great value to me.
Actually, no, I lied. Alright, let's take a look at Brian first. We have to free Brian. Oh, he almost felt like Peter Griffin. Look
A
at that.
tattoo from Westgate Prison.
This fella's
Vercotti
done
must
time.
have done some time there. Brian Vercotti and Leighton Chapman both have identical Westgate Prison tattoos. They were most likely acquainted.
Everyone knows everyone on the inside, I guess. The other hand,
He tried to stop the bleeding with his hand. Death was not instant.
damn.
The bullet penetrated his stomach.
Yeah,
a
got
dreadful
shots.
wound.
Gut shots are not pleasant. Anything else? There's got to be something else we haven't hit away yet. Yeah, he's ugly.
Brian Vercotti suffered greatly. What a terrible way to die.
Ugly man confirmed. Alright, Kenny. Ooh. Yeah, good.
The bullet struck his head. This man didn't stand a chance.
Nice outfit, though. Love the bow tie. Hello? What have we here? I'll just
This is
take
an
this
ordinary
forever.
key. I wonder what kind of door it opens.
Stealing things from the corpses. My favorite pastime. And now, plates. Stock object. Piece of wood. I'll take
A
it.
piece of wood that has stuck between the cobblestones. Let us take a closer
Let me
look.
just squish my face down by the cobblestones. Oh, I picked it up. Hello. Possibly broken off from a cane of some sort?
This shard of wood is quite new.
Lootless. Double murder. Kenneth Butler and Brian Vercotti with victims of double murder carried out by one person. I suspect me. So, yeah, this is the way to Mr. Turner's. Mr. Turner.
Good evening, Mr. Turner.
I heard Constable Marrow reply to you as Mr. Holmes. Are you that detective, gentleman? I've heard of you. And, well, I know things. Things about this evening.
Yeah, I know things too.
Might we hear your story?
But first, allow me to scan you, sir. I swear this will only take a moment. Very unremarkable face in this fellow. What's that? The Crimean War. Yeah. Missing button. Poor life. Dude is fucking poor. Requires support. Weak leg. Ah.
Could you tell us everything that you may have seen or heard?
I was
Last 9
already in
years,
bed
please.
when the fireworks started. A few moments after, I clearly heard 2 gunshots from outside.
Please continue.
I quickly got up and I grabbed the lamp from my nightstand and I rushed towards the window. I looked down and I saw 2 bodies. And there was a man with a gun who was standing nearby.
Where exactly?
Well, near this body.
Did he notice you?
I don't think so. He rushed towards Whitechapel Street without looking around.
Mr. Turner, did you see anyone else in the street?
No, I saw no one but that man, the murderer, the fellow they caught.
Were the 2 shots you heard consecutive?
Yes, there was a very short pause between them, and they sounded different somehow. It seemed to me that the second shot was louder than the first.
That is an interesting comment. Mr. Turner, what were your actions after you stepped up to the window?
I was afraid that the man with a gun might return, so I stayed close to the window till I saw the policeman coming in the Half Moon from Whitechapel. Then I walked out to tell them everything I saw.
You have helped us a great deal, Mr. Turner.
Good job, Ryan. You get a cookie. Turner classic movies. Let's see. Different shots. Turner could hear the contrast in shots between 2 fired shots, as in fact 3 shots were made. At first, a single shot was fired, and then 2 fired simultaneously afterwards. Or different points in Half Moon Street. Interesting. I don't have an answer to that yet. Gone Franklin. gone. Hello, Polly. Hello, Polly.
Mrs. Powell?
Hello, Polly.
What do you want?
My name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm assisting the police with their investigation of the crime that took place this evening.
Well, I've already gave my testimony, but very well.
Oh, and I can't scan you for reasons.
Could you tell us everything that you may have seen or heard?
Yes. I was selling my flowers as usual, and then the fireworks began, in honour of Queen Victoria. I enjoyed those. But then, all of a sudden, a young lad ran out of Half Moon Street and stopped just by me. He had a gun in his hand. He was like a ghost, and all covered in blood. It was dark, but I could see him, because of the flashes from the fireworks.
And then?
I screamed as loud as I could. I knew that a policeman should be on duty in the vicinity. He had no time to escape. 2 constables got him.
Did you say
Then
escape?
another constable came out from the very same street, and I heard him talking of a horrible murder.
Mrs. Powell, did you hear the gunshots?
I'm not sure. You know, what with the fireworks?
Did you see anyone else leaving Half Moon Street, prior to or at the time of the crime?
No, sir, I did not. Even with all the fireworks, I was very attentive, as I'm always on the lookout for customers.
My thanks to you, Mrs. Powell.
Interesting. Witness testimonies in the crime weapon clearly point to one possible suspect, Leighton Chapman. Well, case closed. This one's over. What else we got? Conflicting statements. Mr. Turner said he remained at the window of his flat until the police arrived. However, this is in conflict with Marrow's statement, as the constable did not see anyone at the window. Imaginary man. The person whom Leighton Chapman describes in his statements is a figment of his own imagination, created to vindicate himself. What a dope, huh? I don't think so. This wouldn't be much of a case if that were the case. Okay. That does it for that. So now we gotta toss the flat of Mr. Turner. Right, you.
Mr. Turner, you have stated that you remained close by your window after the crime, is that correct?
Oh, yes, Mr. Holmes. I stayed at my window until the policeman arrived to examine the dead bodies.
Oh, yes. Contradiction. Objection.
That is very interesting, Mr. Turner. Constable Marrow stated that he did not see anyone at the window when he was running through Half Moon Street.
Well, I think Constable Marrow and me, we might have been distracted by the whistles and shouts coming from Whitechapel. We could have missed each other somehow. You understand what I mean? It was a bit of a stressful moment, to tell you the truth, sir.
Allow me to form my own theories, Mr. Turner. Would you mind showing me the view that you had from your window?
Not at all, Mr. Holmes. Please, follow me.
Mr. Turner is a little edgy. If I could walk that way, I wouldn't
Mr.
need
Turner appears to live very modestly.
Okay. Ooh, it's very blue in here. Lovely. Oh, he's a reader, though. Well, would you look at that?
A perfect
My
match.
goodness, Mr. Turner.
So, Mr. Turner broke his stick when it became stuck between the cobblestones. He did not mention that he was so near to the victims.
How very odd.
The books on this shelf are in a mess. It looks as though Mr. Turner was trying to find something in a hurry here a short while ago.
How about that? Fire's kind of green right now.
This fire is dying out. It was last tended to over an hour ago.
There's something in here, perhaps. Hello, hello, hello.
The papers are almost entirely burned. I am unable to see what's written
I see the
here.
words textbook.
These words are illegible.
And so am I.
The papers were thrown into the fire just a short while ago.
Why are you doing that, Mr. Turner? Seems a little sus to me. What's with the little weird statuette of a lady, Mr. Turner? Mr. Turner, are you one of them preverts? Meanwhile, on the kitchen table, a big-ass
This
knife.
kitchen knife is quite sharp.
Kitchen table. Well known. Sweepings. Shredded paper.
There are pieces of shredded paper scattered over the table. This kitchen knife was used to cut the paper.
Why would anyone do such a weird thing? Why are you so weird, Mr. Turner? We have to arrest you for the crime of weird. Meanwhile, at the window.
So, that's the view Mr. Turner had when he opened the window.
I can see Watson. Hi, Watson!
Brian Vercotti's contorted corpse. The dead body of Kenneth Butler. Mr. Turner had a perfect view of the crime scene. He saw the bodies clearly, and Leighton Chapman standing over them.
Well, looks like Leighton did it.
Anything else you would like to know, Mr. Holmes?
What if there were 3 shots? None of that means nothing. That's contradictory all over the place. I guess I gotta talk to Marrow again, huh? Have I sufficiently tossed the flat here? What else is going on in this lovely place? Well, I guess nothing, really. Bookshelves. Oh, the bed.
Mr. Turner was roused from his bed by the sound of gunshots.
Okay. 1. Oh, jeez, I couldn't guess. Oops. Let's start from the beginning here. I'm gonna go with got up from bed. That was number 1. Took your stick. Oh yeah, I think approach the body is probably gonna be early here. Yep. And then he came back with a stick and put it on the shelf over here. So you know what? Maybe we went to the window first and then went down. Let's see if that works. Open the window. approached the body. Took something. Went back up. Dropped the thing off. Dropped the stick off. Started cutting stuff up and then threw it into the fire. See if that works. What do we think? Where'd it go? Hobble, man. Hobble good. I mean, yeah, he didn't know he can go down the street before opening the window, so he did that first, after getting up. That makes no sense, easily. Yeah, we can make him move a little bit faster. Got the thing, going back in. Then, replaces his stick, takes something on the shelf, goes to cut it up, and then throws it into the foyer. Ta-da!
So Mr. Turner used a book to hide an object that he found on Kenneth Butler's body. The question is, what did he find?
Ah, he hauled out a book. That was the shredded paper. Fat prints!
I can see prints from greasy fingers
The fat
on
of
the
the
cover
prints.
of this book. Let us take a closer look.
It's Moby Dick! I knew it. Ah!
Well now, what a find.
That's
A precious
interesting.
jewel concealed inside a book.
Oh, Mr. Turner, you're weird
A
and all.
bracelet with a unique ram's head design. A distinctive feature of ancient Grecian artifacts, probably of the Hellenistic era.
That reminds me, I follow the Twitter account Ancient Memes for Hellenistic Teens. Which hasn't updated in a while, but still. Turner, why are you stealing shit? That's my job.
Mr. Turner, how would it be possible for a man of advanced years, such as yourself, to rush from his bed to the window in a matter of seconds, as you have stated?
Well, I'm able to move very quickly, despite my age. And when the situation requires it, Mr. Holmes.
Oh, yes? But what about your contradiction?
I highly doubt that, Mr. Turner. I observe that you suffer a severe limp due to your injured right leg. It would have taken at least 10 seconds for you to approach the window. That means you could have easily missed something or someone in Half Moon Street during that time.
You're right, Mr. Holmes. I could have missed something. But it did seem to me that everything happened so quickly. Oh, time can pull tricks on you.
Oh, indeed. What about the whole truth and nothing but the truth?
And what of
fella?
everything else that you told us? Mr. Turner, it is vital that we have your complete and true statement.
Mr. Holmes, I do assure you that the other things I said were most sincere.
You're a liar! A liar! You stole this shit.
Mr. Turner, you were not sincere with me. Not then, and not now.
But Mr. Holmes...
This, Mr. Turner, does not look like anything that a poor man might possess. It is worth more than the home that you live in.
I can explain.
No, merely correct me if I am wrong. You saw Leighton Chapman through the window, but you also noticed a glittering object on the ground, this precious jewel. You walked down and took the bracelet from the body of Kenneth Butler, and when you heard the whistles, you hurried away. That broke your walking stick. It caught fast between the cobbles. Constable Marrow was unable to see you in the window as you were climbing up the stairs on your way back to your flat. Upon returning home, you hid the precious jewel inside a book.
Calling a bracelet a
Mr.
jewel
Holmes,
is weird. to
please
me.
don't send me to prison. I didn't do anything bad. I'm just a poor man. When I chanced upon the bracelet, I saw it as an opportunity to make a little money. I was desperate. I only took the bracelet, that's all, I swear.
You made a mistake by lying to me. But you are not a criminal.
Only a
I
grave
believe
robber,
that.
basically.
Although I must return
A
this
looter.
bracelet to its rightful owner.
Alrighty. Solved you, bro. Arrest that man. One of the victims possibly fired his gun twice. Fired out who? Ow!
I am unable to see any higher. I need to find something to lift my lamp.
Should I just go steal his walking stick? There's a stick right here, the shovel actually, but...
I am
Okay. You have a stick, little urchin man. Do you have a stick, Mrs. Powell? Guess not, huh? Whoop.
This mirror is turned towards Half Moon Street.
The trick of the mirror, is it? Mr. Turner, I'm stealing your stick. Hope that's okay. Oh, I guess I'm not. Okay, never mind then. Let's see. Where else have we got around here? Watson, do you have a stick?
I'm always wondering what's on your mind, Holmes.
Cabbage. Cabbage is on my mind right now, Watson. Does the horse have a stick? No, the horse doesn't have a stick. Bunch of flyers. Stand on Watson's shoulders. Seems like a nice, simple thing to do.
It would be my pleasure to assist you with your investigation, Mr. Holmes.
Sure. Oh.
Mr. Holmes, did you see my brother at Scotland Yard? Is he all right?
No, he's dead. Oh, here's one. Yoink.
This should be useful.
Oops, I have to start up the old thing again.
Nothing interesting here.
Nope, nothing interesting. Just some wet wall. I probably don't have to do that again, do I? I can just examine the wall, right? Wrong. Wrong, Mr. Holmes. You have to examine the dude again to make him switch up to the other thing. Okay, and... Curious. Ah, there we go.
This is most definitely a bullet hole. The brick cracks are fresh.
Would have been curious if there was no clue. That would have been interesting.
Watson, there was a third shot fired in this street.
Oh boy, Watson. What happened? Crossfire. Kenneth Butler and Brian Vercotti both died of crossfire, with each of them holding a gun. One of the guns is now missing. Double murder. Kenneth Butler and Brian Vercotti were the victims of a double murder carried out by one person. Ooh, I wonder if it was a crossfire. You'll get caught up in the... Well, obviously the... Uh-huh. What's we got? Leighton Chapman's statement regarding the jacketed man who disappeared at Half Moon Street now seems reasonable, as the 3 shots at this crime scene prove the presence of a second gun that is now missing. Alright. Now we do something else. Which is... Oh, we can search the archives for our little bracelet there. Oh, can I talk to Leighton and speak of the Westgate thingy? Let's go to Scotland Yard first and talk to Leighton. Let's do that. A nice crime in the evening. It's interesting this is the final case in the game. I mean, it doesn't seem like all that, you know, massive, but perhaps this is going to get bigger as we go. Like, it all seems rather mundane. Hey, maybe I'm...
Please escort...
Maybe I'm just falling for it.
Leighton, I confess I am puzzled. Why should a young lad like you take a gun from the hands of a dead man and set off in pursuit of a probable killer?
I know. I keep wondering that, but at the time it was like a reflex. A criminal ought to be arrested, and he was armed.
You were willing to risk your life. That was a little foolish, unless you wanted revenge.
Revenge!
No, Mr. Holmes. I was just being brave and stupid.
But Westgate...
I'm sure that you were, but I believe that you may have recognized one of the victims, Brian Vercotti. You knew that gentleman well, did you not?
However could you know that?
You have a typical tattoo of the Westgate Brotherhood upon your hand. I observed exactly the same mark upon Mr. Vercotti. You came to know him from your sharing a past prison sentence. Am I correct, Mr. Chapman?
Oh, God. You're right, Mr. Holmes.
Tell me about
Would
Brian.
you tell me a little about Brian Vercotti?
Was he a jerk?
We were convicted for a robbery. Once in prison, both of us joined one of these fraternities. During that year, we tried to help each other out, you know?
And you were quite young then, I believe?
Yes, Mr. Holmes, we were. We'd only stolen a pound of meat. After we were released, and when I saw what my little brother had become, I decided to work towards living an honest life.
And Vercotti?
Not so much.
Time. His sister had died in a Whitechapel dispensary while he was in prison. He had no family anymore. Our paths split. He fell back into crime.
So you lost him?
Yes.
Set him on top of the car
and for around
and
2
drove off.
years, I heard no news of him at all.
We shall see you soon, young man.
Very soon, I think. Perhaps right now. Personal motive. The violent crime committed in Half Moon Street by Leighton Chapman could have had a personal motive. I can just say it was him. I could just stop this case right now. Leighton did it. I knew it. Nah. That's too easy. Hi, Mean Christine. Thanks for coming in. Lestrade.
Mr. Holmes, what is the trouble with that lad? Isn't he guilty of murder?
Well, I'll tell you, it's his nose. His nose is all weird. Alright. Now we go back to Baker Street and look up that bracelet. You got a fever, a Star Wars fever, and the only cure is more Star Wars. Did you watch the Tales from the Underworlds miniseries yet? I have not watched that yet because it came out the same time as Andor, and I just didn't have the time. But some people were talking nice about that. There's a Cad Bane short in there, so it might be worth the watch. Or you could just play Star Wars Jedi Survivor or something. Search for bracelet. An antique golden bracelet was found in Mr. Turner's flat. It's decorated with ram's heads. Let's go to... most of these are sciences, aren't they? Well, it could be marks and symbols. Rotosclapius, religious symbols.
That is not the one I need.
Skull and crossbones. London Garden Supplies. Why is London Garden Supplies in here? That's where we found the freaking info on that garden supply company, wasn't it? Art and architecture. As a parliament earlier led, the work of Edward Armitage. Economic science, technology, history. Oop, history? Greek history?
That is not the one I need.
How about
That is not the one I need.
Napoleon or something.
That is not the one I need.
Whatever. History.
That is not
Egypt
the
either.
one
Or Napoleon.
That is not the one I need.
But I'll just keep choosing each of these until one of them works. There we go. Antique art of the British Museum. These beautiful antique jewels represent a part of the Hellenistic treasure collection. Depicted are the 5 heads of mountain rams upon a bracelet, necklace, and ring, each made of pure gold. The 5 rams of Mytilene have been missing from the museum since 1885. My goodness.
Here it is.
Crime, I say.
I need to continue my research in my archives.
1885, you say, was it? So let's check the news. Let's check the papes. The Wellington Hellenistic treasures stolen. A treacherous theft. The Hellenistic treasures were stolen yesterday evening while being transported by cab on their way from the British Museum to the Glassford Fine Art Exhibition. Pawn shop owner Kenneth Butler contacted Scotland Yard that night and provided information regarding a gentleman who had attempted to sell him a collection of historical art at his pawn shop in Church Street. The police have since captured the described man, a professional thief by the name of Vincent Foley, who had been in the process of escaping London via the port. He was recognized by the surviving driver of the cab that had transported the collection of Hellenistic treasures. Vincent Foley refused to confess as to where the remainder of the treasures are hidden. He was eventually imprisoned. The lost treasures are still to be found. So we got 2 more treasures to find of the 5 rams of Mytilene.
One of the victims, Kenneth Butler, was involved in the story of the stolen Hellenistic treasures. A visit to his pawn shop should tell me more.
Yeah, Jedi Survivor is really good. Yeah, you don't go to a lot of planets, but I think the ones you go to are really well designed, so I don't know, I'm kind of torn on that. You know, I don't feel like you have to have a ton of planets in any Star Wars game, because it feels like if you have a ton, then you don't have a lot of examination of, you know, what you do have. We're going to find a use for that key. Oh, I bet I can use that key. I'll bet I can use that entirely, and that will be at the door to his pawn shop. Let's go, bros. I remember the pawn shop case in Great Ace Attorney, and that just being a long, long mess of a case. We're here, Watson. Get your hat. Okay. Did they leave Watson outside? Watson, are you trapped out there? Look at him. Look at him. He's like, eh, eh. Butlers, here we are. Hey, you're that sailor from before. Aren't you arrested or something? Time to open this shit up.
Mr. Butler's key matches the lock
perfectly. Counter door, open. Let me in. Ooh, what's on the shelves tonight?
A flare pistol. Perhaps it was pawned by a destitute sailor.
Can I steal it? Well, I guess not. What's going on the counter? Hello, hello, hello. 2 treasures down, 1 to go.
The ram's heads. This necklace belongs to the 5 rams of Mytilene.
Hang on, then.
Interesting. That means that Kenneth Butler owned a part of this collection all this time, 10 years after the theft.
And the letter, which says, hello, Kenneth. Hello, Kenneth. I remember you told me about 3 pieces of golden jewelry with ram heads from ancient Greece. You still got them, right? Well, good news for you. I found a man loaded with money who's crazy about those jewels. He's ready to fork out a small fortune. I can arrange a meeting with this money bag for you, but I want you to cut me in on the deal. I'll be waiting for you at the crossing of Great Alley and Half Moon Street on Sunday evening before the fireworks. Well, this is very interesting, Brian Vercotti. How intriguing. The plot thickens.
It looks as though Mr. Butler kept a careful record of his operations.
Which is pretty necessary when you're a pawn shop owner. And that's it. I don't care about the actual operations. Who cares? Let's see. Unless Art Butler's Jewels. Here we go. Burglary motive. The search for the missing Hellenistic treasures could be motive for the crime that was committed in Half Moon Street. Mr. Turner picked up the bracelet directly after the murder, but the ring is still missing. Personal motive. The violent crime committed in Half Moon Street by Leighton Chapman could have been a personal motive. Oh, we basically just added on to this now. And now we don't have to worry about robbery. Leighton Chapman committed a double murder at Half Moon Street. His motive was the theft of ancient valuable treasures. The last piece of the 5 rams of middling the ring with the ram's head still remains lost. No, we're not going to... What's the absolve here? Leighton is a young, albeit foolish and impressionable young man. His younger brother Wiggins would be left completely alone. Leighton's sentence will be shortened. No, I don't think we'll be doing that. So we're still going to find this disappearing fellow. Okay, we officially tossed this place, haven't we? Oh, we have to talk to Constable Marrow, yeah. Alright, let's just teleport back over there. Yes. As Holmes is fond of saying, 2 out of 3 ain't bad, Watson. We can call it a night and go hit the opium over at the Divine Syndicate. Alright, Constable Morrow. Oh, cutscene. Proper cutscene.
What's up with you, lad? What are you waiting for?
I'm waiting for my brother to be released.
Your brother?
The one that you caught, beat up and imprisoned.
Ah, the murderer.
He ain't killed no one, copper.
Watch your mouth, lad, else you'll be joining that worthless brother of yours.
Damn. A little harsh on the kid, weren't you?
Constable Marrow, I would value your assistance in this investigation.
It would be my pleasure, Mr. Holmes.
Oh, he's practically dancing
I
with
would like
delight.
to make sure that there are no places in Half Moon Street where a man could hide while you were running through it with your lamp.
All right, Mr. Holmes, what should I do?
These goodish British
Take your
puppet.
lamp and start walking, just as you did before, and try to find me.
Understood.
Oh boy, we get to solid snake this shit. Oh, I get to control Mr. Marrow now. Sorry, Constable Marrow. Hmm. He's in a barrel. He's hiding behind the mirror.
No, this is not how I walked at the time of the crime. I was more attentive. Let's start over again.
I'm not that dumb. Most competent British cop. Definitely more attentive. Very attentive. Look at me. He did light some stuff, as I recall. Oh, there he is.
I can see you very well, Mr. Holmes.
All right, Constable. Let's try again.
Hide
I'll
and seek
find
with Sherlock
another place
Holmes.
to hide.
Been funny if he hit in the exact same spot.
No,
Failure.
this...
Let's start over again. I remember him saying he lit some lamps on his way down. Was he hiding as one of the bodies? hiding behind Mr. Turner's door. Is he up on the roof? Damn it, Holmes. All the nooks and crannies, yep. I picked a good one this time, didn't I? Is it behind himself? Oh, hey, look at him. Wow, the classic pose.
Here you are, Mr. Holmes.
All right, Constable. Let's try again. I'll find another place to hide.
Yeah, well, sometimes I'm not feeling attentive, so it happens. Sometimes we just suck at looking. Also, it's late at night, and my allergies are acting up. Whoop! Hey!
Mr. Holmes, it wasn't difficult to find you at all.
Didn't take me 5 minutes like last
It
time.
is obvious now. No one could escape Constable Marrow's lamp while hiding in the street.
Well, we've done it. Good night, everyone. Up the walls, we can assume that there was one more person in Half Moon Street at the time of the crime, and there was no way forward or back for his escape, only up. Let us reenact the action, recreate the fireworks described by Layton, and attempt to climb the wall. Cool, let's go get some fireworks and set them off. Oh boy! Find the flare gun and some climbing equipment. Where the heck am I gonna find climbing equipment? I have to go all the way back there and grab it and steal the flare gun? The murderer was a vampire, or perhaps he was a stand user. Watson, have you ever heard of a stand? You have any climbing gear, old boy?
This is exactly what we need in order to imitate the flash of the fireworks.
Nice. Climbing gear, climbing gear. These places never have what you need. Hey, hang on. Hey!
These tools are exactly what I need to climb the wall.
Like the pick. And these maps, and the suitcase, also very handy for climbing walls. Man, how convenient. How convenient that Butler has exactly the materials we need. Alright then. Start climbing the walls, Watson. Here we go, another cutscene.
Why are you looking at me all the time like that?
I'm just watching you, lad. I never know what to expect from people like you.
The pores.
People like me?
Yes, street beggars and thieves.
I ain't a thief.
Oh no? Then where did you get whatever it is that you're gnawing on? I very much doubt that you bought it.
What ain't seen can't hardly be stolen.
What? What's that all about?
Constable Marrow, Watson, I would like to perform another kind of reenactment with your help.
Oh boy.
I'm listening, Mr. Holmes.
I want to check if Layton's testimony can be trusted. If someone could vanish into thin air at a specific moment.
But Holmes, I don't see how.
I am going to be the mysterious gentleman whom Layton followed. I will stand exactly where he saw him before he was blinded by the flash. Watson, You will be Leighton. When I fire the signal flare, you should start to chase me.
I understand, Holmes.
You, Constable Marrow, just play your part and do exactly as you did. Just, please, wait 5 seconds after the signal flare. I doubt that Polly Powell would have screamed any earlier.
As you say, Mr. Holmes.
Let us begin then. Catch me if you can.
Yeah, a nice dramatic zoom in. Whoop. Wall climbing. Or this wall. What would be the most...
The moon illuminates this wall. Anyone trying to climb it would be easily spotted by Constable Marrow.
Oh, well, fine then.
This wall is cast in shadow. It would be difficult to see anyone scaling it.
Neat. Let's try that one then. Nice.
I can barely see anything. Holmes?
20 minutes later, Holmes finally made it. I thought I got it. What the hell?
I should try climbing faster.
It didn't go. I have to match the button here. We can do it. We can do it.
See anything?
I'm quite puzzled, actually. Much longer do I gotta do this?
Are you there?
No. I've definitely climbed.
Where is he? My God, a man can't just disappear like that.
Smashu, smashu.
Holmes? Holmes? Where are you?
I get lonely.
I cannot see you, Mr. Holmes. Dr. Watson, it seems that Mr. Holmes has disappeared.
Don't worry, gentlemen. I am up here, above your heads.
How on earth did you get up there, Holmes?
I am using crampons and a climbing axe, although the person we are looking for did not leave any traces of such tools. Constable, is there any way to get to the top of this building?
Yes, Mr. Holmes, I can show you. The door to the building can be found from Whitechapel Street.
Gentlemen, I am on my way down.
Someone catch me, please. My God! Here. And I teleported through the door, apparently, and now I'm in the attic. Broken window.
These shards of glass are from the window above.
Dear me. Huh? Guess that's a generator of some kind? Oh. Door equals hatch. Let's see, what else we got in here? Oh, I just have to look at the actual window. Jacket. Shabby. Stinky.
A cluster of thick black threads. They're unusually strong. I should examine them under the microscope.
Oh, why not? Sounds like fun.
It's empty.
Damn. Thought it'd be confession. And the actual window.
Someone broke through the window to get inside the attic, but in his haste, he ripped his jacket.
Fascinating.
We can conclude that the person whom Leighton saw climbed up the wall, broke into the attic window, and escaped through the hatch.
Neat. Suddenly, Leighton's Chapman's statement regarding the mysterious Jackman man who participated in the shooting at Half Moon Street was proven true. Which contradicts imaginary man, so I guess we have to create a real man now. Yeah, we have to basically create a man. I have to invent a man. I have invented a man who can climb walls. I'm calling him Flyman. Hello, human fly here. Time to check the threads.
Let us take a closer look.
Nice. There we go. Lovely.
It is not a thread, but a hair. I very much doubt that it is human.
It's a vampire.
I need to compare this sample with a human hair and a horse hair. A shaving brush is usually made from horsehair. Watson, could you please pass me your shaving brush?
Here you are.
Nice.
Watson, look, what's outside the window?
Well, I don't see anything. Ouch! Holmes!
Oh, don't make such a fuss. One little hair.
You still have your own next time, bruh.
Human hair is significantly thinner than the black sample.
And even the horsehair is thinner.
The horsehair is thinner than the hair that we found. So, this black hair belongs to an animal, and it is larger than a horse. A hair from a large and exotic animal.
Could it be a werewolf? Could it be? Is it a gorilla? It's a gorilla in it. Circus acrobat. The man who vanished from the crime scene in Half Moon Street could be a circus acrobat. He managed to scale a 30-foot high wall in a matter of seconds. A hair from a large exotic animal was found in his discarded jacket. What if? Well, that doesn't do nothing for me. Let's move on. Oh, we got another thing here? I would say I don't, but that's okay. Have I already checked how the bodies died? I may not have done that, so let's take a look at that. It's a circus in town, Watson. My deduction thingy keeps coming up, despite the fact that I've got... Oh! Here we are again. Another cutscene.
Wiggins, my lad, what are you doing here? You'd best be leaving
Another
and be
scene
quick
between
about
these
it.
two.
I've done nothing wrong. You'd learn more by watching Mr. Holmes. He knows exactly what he's doing. Not like you.
Damn.
Oi, watch your tongue.
Sharp little fella, isn't he?
It would be my pleasure.
Burglary motive. Double murder. Yeah, I just think this contradicts a lot of things, but... This, vanishing act. The person who was seen only by Leighton Chapman escaped the crime scene by climbing the wall. He was a skillful acrobat. Criminal took a gun from one of the dead bodies. Wiggins, help me find the circus. Where are you, Wiggins? In the corner as always. Good lad.
Mr. Holmes?
We have good news for you, Wiggins. The investigation has proven very interesting so far. We found facts and details that confirm your brother's innocence.
I knew it,
But
Mr.
we're gonna
Holmes.
see him hang anyways.
But for now, Wiggins, we need your help.
Anything you like, Gov.
I need you to locate a circus that has stopped over in London. It needs to have disposed of at least one exotic animal. A very large one.
You can count on me, Mr. Holmes.
Oh, lovely. I'm told I can finish this case tonight, so I wouldn't have minded just going a little over time just to dust it off. I believe you did say in one last stream that this case was relatively short, probably compared to the Kew Gardens one, so I think we'll... Oh, God. Suddenly, time passes. Very early. We talking like 4 a.m. or... Oh, not that early. Sun's
I
up.
do hope that those children don't get into trouble, Holmes.
Don't worry, Watson. I predict some news in 7 seconds.
Mr. Holmes, we found it.
That was 4.
Here it is.
That was 4 seconds. Ah, there it is, the elephant. The Duvall brothers, greatest show on earth. Not, not a copyright infringement on Ringling Brothers.
And this is a young Indian elephant.
Or Barnum.
The highlight of the show.
Holmes, you've done
Duvall Brothers, a well-known traveling circus that is currently stopped in London. I believe that is exactly the type of circus we are looking for. I'll pay it a visit.
I'm going to join the clowns. Oh, we can't go back to the Half Moon Street spot because it's at night, you see. They didn't change the lighting for daytime.
Aye, you. Stop right there.
Oh, do I have to punch this
Good
guy?
morning, sir. Pardon me, but why am I not allowed to walk around here?
Because it's private.
Well, I only wanted to meet the artistes.
Hmm? You're wanting to apply for... Nah. You don't look like the type of, artistic lockpicker that we're looking for.
Oh, this is just
But
a
you
lockpick
might be
challenge?
surprised.
What? Nah. I don't think so. Clear off.
No, I won't clear off. I'll just talk to you again.
You're a bit slow to catch on, eh? You're a bit slow to catch on, eh?
Artistic lockpicker, huh? Do I have to go back and get a disguise? Oh, yeah. Nice. It's disguise time. Gotta make myself look as shitty as possible. Can do, says Sherlock Holmes. Let's start with the table. The hat good. Let's see. Yeah, sure, why not? Glasses and... Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's the one. The Snidely Whiplash look. That's the stuff. Can't wet around the morning gown, apparently, huh? There we go. Perfect. Check me out, Watson.
Hello, Toby. A map of... Spectacles are unpopular.
Oh, okay. Okay. Fine, let's toss the specs down, I guess.
I'd better...
Oh, the shabby hat specifically, please. Oh wait, that'll be in the makeup table. For some reason, the hats are on the makeup table. Didn't expect Holmes to get all pissy with me about the disguise. Sure, I guess that'll do. I hope. There we go.
Stay where you are. What are you doing here, and where is Sherlock Holmes?
Calm down, Watson. Take deep breaths now. It's me.
Oh, thank God, Holmes. I can't get used to your
Why is
disguise.
Watson a dumb shit?
Thank you, Watson. That means I am ready to go.
If I even fooled Watson. Please tell me he puts on a funny voice
Who
for
are
this.
you? What's your name?
My name is Nigel. I'm here to open the locks.
Talented, eh? Let's see. Go inside the marquee and show yourself to Charles Foley. And I'd highly advise you not to trick him. Got that?
I've got it.
Got it, governor. Nailed it. First, explore the place. We've created a small bridge here, you see. Ooh. Circus is kind of shabby, though, gotta say. Mr.
Everything is
Foley.
here, just as you asked. And what about the money? Some of the barrels are wet. Transportation issues, it couldn't be helped. Whatever. We'll be here after midnight to pick up the supplies. I want to be paid first. No. You'll be paid after we make the transfer, as I said. Right? I hope that no one saw you. The police are on the lookout. Of course not. I'm a professional. Glad to hear it. Be ready for tonight, then.
Ooh. Ooh, unicycle. That'd make for a harrowing minigame. Let's see here, what's on this table? Nothing. What's in this steamer trunk? Nothing. Ooh, a printing press.
This printing press is old, but still quite capable of printing hundreds of pages per day.
From lambs into lions.
From lambs into lions. Those are words of encouragement and defiance.
Against who?
That's a picture of a contemporary gentleman wearing a Robin Hood hat.
Wish I had one of those.
Interesting. This poster was clearly made to fire up rebellion amongst the people.
Not against Queen Victoria. You can't do that. Oh my goodness. Oh, I haven't. That's wasn't supposed to lead yet. Had found old things. Ah, blank papers. Wow.
There are enough posters to paste across half of London's walls.
Fantastic. Well done, old boy. Well, can't play in here. Charles Foley. Hello. Oh, there we go. The barrels, as suggested.
This wooden barrel is damaged. It is difficult to say what is inside. There is a spot on this barrel that was intentionally painted out.
Interesting.
The crest of the Honourable Artillery Company. Could it be gunpowder? I need to be sure.
Light it on fire, Holmes.
Judging by the fractions and the scent, I can confirm that it is, in fact, gunpowder.
Sweet. It's quite a
The
bit.
barrels are roughly clustered. It seems as though they were brought here in a hurry. Powder kegs, a printing press, and a great many blank
Ah, we have
papers.
found the Merry Men.
All of this was stolen by the Merry Men quite recently. And these poster samples. I am quite sure it is not a coincidence. The Merry Men are planning some sort of sabotage.
Stop right there. Who are you?
Are you Charles Foley?
Maybe.
They say that I can open any door.
Do they now? We'll see that lock near the chains on a table over there. Open that.
Okay, I will. Or I'll scan you first or something. It's got the nice do-rag. Complex key. Protected safe. Ooh. Well, clearly armed. Ring with Ramhead. Look what I found. The last of the three. That's Wesley's wiener. He's our acrobat, most likely. Nice. Is that all of them? Did I find all the scans? Wait, what? Okay, fine. Man in jacket, Charles Farley wears an antique ring, the last missing piece of the 5 rams of Mytilene jewel set, and also a revolver retained in his belt. It proves that Charles Foley is our mysterious jacketed man who nimbly escaped the crime scene at Half Moon Street. Ha ha ha. Alright, now we gotta open a lock. What if we just punched him here right now and said, "You did it!" Alright, yeah. There's that. Okay. And take that down here. And we got it. No problem. We did it. Take that, Charles Foley.
Oh. Well, they're right. What's your name?
Nigel Shirley, from York.
Ah, Nigel from York. Never heard anything about you. How'd you hear about me?
Turner's limp. Door key. Shit. Do it right, you dork.
Ah, Nigel from York. Never heard anything about you. How'd you hear about me?
Nope. Oh, I sucked this. They rearranged the answers.
Nigel from York.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Never heard anything
We're gonna
about
spend the last half hour on
How'd you hear
this
about me?
conversation. Door key. There we go.
It's a long story. I met your brother, Vincent the Butcher Foley, in prison. He told me all about his betrayal and all about you. Before I was released, he told me that you might find a job for me one day and pay me some money for me craft.
Well, he died 7 days ago in prison.
Dun dun dun.
I'm sorry to hear that.
That's all right. The traitor has paid the blood price for it. And you'll do the job anyway, because I need a talented lockpicker. I know just where to search for his legacy.
It's all about the Hellenistic treasures, isn't it?
Gosh, you fool. Now, listen up. You'll come with us tonight, and you better mind yourself.
Us? Wait, who's coming then?
Billy, Jack and me.
And what will I get for that?
We'll share the loot. The one you seem to know about.
Right.
Wait for us at the abandoned manor house on the corner of Ladbroke Grove and Kensington Park Road at midnight.
Deal.
Oi. We're just going right there, I guess, huh? we ever gonna find this elephant? All our people, Brian Turner, Leighton Chapman, Charles Foley. I guess Polly wasn't on the list there. Cool. Alright, we're gonna have to break into some stuff. Time to go do some crimes.
Here I am at the manor. Somewhere inside it are the Hellenistic treasures.
Wait, we found all three. I guess, is there more? Oh, it's the rest of
This
the Hellenistic
lock
treasures.
is quite old. It shouldn't be much of a challenge.
I guess there were more than just those 5 rams. I guess? I don't know. Just lock after lock after lock, huh? Interesting. So it suggests that this goes all the way out. Dispose of large animal? Yeah, I suppose. Which suggests the animal's already dead. My one more. And animal roo. Yeah. Hey, there we go. Ah, dang it. Okay. Now this, maybe? Nah. And here, and here, and here. Yeah. Close enough.
I need to find where the safe is hidden and lockpick it.
Man, this is just lock after, like I said, lock after lock. Hello. Hello. Hell, man.
This cupboard is an absolute mess.
I'll have to tidy up then, won't I?
Several books have fallen from the shelves. It seems as though this cupboard can be moved. I'll give it a try.
And there it is. Well, that was quick. Let's see if we can find some other stuff around here. Let's see if we can loot the place. Some rope. No, pearls. Sorry. That mirror in the alley was such a red herring. I thought that would have been a mirror trick. I'm like, oh, those are cool. But no, no. Afraid not.
So, that's the lock I must open tonight.
So I'm just going to open it now. Mm-hmm. There we go. Why do I feel like I've seen this one already? And go.
What a surprise. Another lock. And I won't be able to pick it.
It's that key on the dude.
I recall that precious key around Foley's neck. It might prove a decent fit. I suppose they hired me to only open the first lock. Let us wait for the thieves, trap them, and find out.
Sounds lovely. Where'd Watson
Let
go?
us check the thieves' possible escape routes in the event that they are caught off guard by the police from the front door.
Oh boy, setting traps. We're gonna Kevin McAllister this
This
shit.
door is a perfect means of escape in an emergency. This door leads to a kitchen, which holds the shortest route to the back door.
Gotta find some cool items.
This should be useful.
I'll just pocket this chair. There we go.
The door is now blocked.
Now what? How about the window back here, easily?
The ground floor window is a perfect way to escape the police.
Well, if you don't mind shards, yeah, I suppose. Can I grab those pearls from upstairs? I still can't.
Although this window is high above the ground, it would be possible for one of the thieves to attempt to use it for their escape. A simple but rather attractive bead necklace.
I wouldn't go that far.
This should be useful.
Start camping it up. Okay. Cupboard. Interesting in here.
This works very well. No one will escape through this window now.
Not even me. Ooh, a hatch.
This hatch leads to a cellar. There is no ladder. If anyone falls here, he will need assistance to get out.
Interesting. Oh, I step over it. And Holmes just drops himself down there. It's like, derp de derp. Ooh. Can I put a paint can here? Oh, that's cool.
One step on these beads, and our thief.
Oh, we are Kevin McAllister in this place.
I should walk carefully here, else my plan will be ruined. Any thief who finds his way upstairs will roll down very quickly.
We are totally gonna catch these wet bandits, you guys. There's one more window here, but it's boarded up. Whoop. Yes, you could leave by the stove.
This should be useful. The door is now blocked.
I can't go there anymore.
This hat.
Well, I don't have that. Whatever it is, I don't have the means to it. Nope. Nope. Oh, the chandelier. Are we really gonna be doing this?
I wonder what this old chandelier is doing on the floor. It looks as though it was poorly attached. I suppose that the thieves already tried to open the lock with this formidable hammer, but they were unsuccessful. Now, if anyone takes the hammer, the rope will uncoil and make the chandelier fall.
My God, Holmes. You are a psycho, bro.
This should be useful.
Oh, wow. Yeah. We gotta hide that hatch, yo. Oh, wait, we gotta see this happen. What?
If he runs through the dining room and takes a sledgehammer to force open the door, the chandelier will knock him down.
Dorp! Can I see this? Nah.
Now, it's not an open hatch, just a nice carpet on the floor. I should walk carefully here, else my plan will be ruined. Now, if a thief runs through the kitchen, he'll pay a surprise visit to the cellar. The traps for my circus companions are all prepared. I can leave now, but I'll return later with Charles Foley and his companions.
Haunted by me, Holmes. Oh, there was a dialogue log. Gosh. I think I skipped a couple of lines like way back in the before, but oh well.
Police! Police!
Wow. Friggin' murdered.
Stop where you are! Where are they?
Trapped, Watson, with your assistance.
How so?
Well, you sounded just like a real Bobby, my dear fellow. You startled them into the traps.
I did?
I assure you, Watson, it was quite an entertaining show. They will not escape the house now.
You scum!
And this is the pistol used for the murder in Half Moon Street.
How'd you know about that?
Hi, Mycroft.
Have you closed the case yet, Sherlock?
Mycroft, what are you doing here? Did you follow me?
Sherlock, it may seem that I used you, but you should be pleased to know that you have served our queen well, in this instance. So now, let us catch the big fish. But this man is not one of the merry men?
No.
Then why exactly are we here, Sherlock?
This gentleman, Charles Foley, has been involved in a double murder, and the hunter of a set of valuable antiques, the Hellenistic treasures, which disappeared in a theft many years ago.
You're no better than the coppers!
And now we open it, and it's empty! Oh no, some good stuff in here.
Holmes, that is incredible. The Hellenistic treasures.
A helmet and a
Indeed.
short sword. And a...
Nothing but trifles. Where are the merry men?
I don't know why you are asking me, Mycroft. They are yours to find.
Oh.
I'll see you soon, dear brother.
Well. Time to just put it all together again, I guess, huh? Foley's Vengeance. Charles Foley organized the theft of Hellenic treasures which were related to the double murder at Half Moon Street. Leighton Chapman was a witness of the crime. Screw him!
Charles Foley, you committed the crime of premeditated murder and of theft. You will be severely punished for your deeds.
You are pitiful, you Scotland Yard dog.
Save your words for the gallows. I'm sure the journalists will love them. I shall leave now, Watson. Gentlemen, please take our friends here into custody.
Where are you going?
I have unfinished business. I'll see you at Baker Street.
I have to have that rat's head salad. Oh dear, we're not quite done yet, are we?
Be careful with the lamps. Don't bring them too close to the barrels.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Oh, I got the top hat on and everything.
That is of no importance. What matters is who you are and the plans that you have here.
So you can stop us from carrying them out?
Eventually, yes.
Hey, careful. You'll blow us all up.
I'm listening.
We are a group known as the Merry Men. But I suppose you knew that already. We are the men who've already lost everything of value in their lives. We are ruined shopkeepers. We are workers who were fired from their jobs. Honest people who were robbed. We were forced out from our homes and thrown onto the street. And all of this in the name of the so-called law. The laws that were set out by our government. The laws that make the commoners only more vulnerable and the wealthy more protected.
Ooh.
We are not only from the British Empire. Some of us are from the New Lands, America, Australia, and we are many. But men we are still, and we are merry for that we stopped being afraid. For those powers that be had done their best to plant the fear inside our souls, and we accepted it so easily. The fear advised us to keep our heads bowed. It prevented us from fighting. Bankers and politicians, they own our lives, our work, our bread, and they push us to compete between each other, just to see who may serve them better. But in the end, they are the few, so they are weak. They are nothing without their titles. We should not fear them. Our so-called masters should fear us instead. The time has come for our group to stand tall. Our great and many merry men. We are going to blow up the London Stock Exchange. No life shall be lost. But ownerships, debts, and property titles? They shall all be destroyed. They're only papers, after all. So many people will be freed over this night.
That is a radical step to take. What result do you truly expect?
Chaos. But soon people will understand that they are free, and that they don't belong to anyone. They will be able to work for themselves, together, without letting the rulers dictate what to do, and finally justice will arise.
What you are intending to do is a crime. It is not justice.
How do you see justice, then? Kids go to prison for a loaf of dry bread. And how many lords do you see punished for stealing from their people? Sending them to their deaths in mines, or overseas to fight for land? Our masters wouldn't hear us. So now it's time to sing the song of the merry men. Will you let us do our duty?
Can I choose? I can choose. Oh, that's awesome. Hang on. I have a question here. A question from Cuddly Bear Wolf asking if PS4 trophies are transferable for PS5. They are not. I've discovered this with several games that I've played on both. No, you basically get one set for each. Oh boy, I get to pick. You know what? Fuck the pigs. Do what you gotta do, bro.
When the law serves only the few, it can no longer be trusted. Every man is equal, and he has a right to choose his own way. And I shall not stop you.
Yep. Holmes like, eat the rich. Let's do it. Although I kind of wanted to blow up the barrels just for fun. Just to see what it looked like.
So, you're interested in Russian literature now?
Quite, lately.
It is an interesting book. I remember a few lines.
Really? I tried reading it myself, but I had a hard time understanding it.
Yes, Doctor. It's about intelligence. Sherlock, I vaguely recall one of the lines. Sometimes it takes something more than intelligence to act intelligently. There were also a few words along the lines of, pain and suffering are always inevitable for a large intelligence and a deep heart. Tell me, Doctor, does my brother show any signs of pain or suffering?
Not that I know of.
Because you see, Doctor, behind all of his masquerade, my brother does possess a deep heart. So deep that he does not recall where he places his love.
Well, I'm sure that...
His love and his duty that, in the first place, should be directed towards the Empire. For without it, we would be nothing. A country filled with uncivilized men. I should leave now. Sherlock, Dr. Watson.
Whoops.
Holmes, what just happened? What was that?
The start of a new world. Anything in the post, Watson? Any clients worthy of our attention?
Only a second reminder from Mrs. Hudson about our new neighbor. She urges you to remove your...
Oh, I don't care about that.
Holmes, the lady who will be moving in shortly has requested the use of our spare room to place all of her boxes.
Wait, what? A lady?
A lady? But enough about that. Charles Farley organized and executed a wicked plan of revenge for his elder brother. It took 2 human lives and almost resulted in life imprisonment for an innocent man. In fact, his band was hired by the Merry Men who planned a revolution in London. In addition, he organized the theft of ancient and valuable treasures that rightfully belonged to the British Museum. He deserves the route. Yeah. I'm very neutral. And that's it. Looks like that's all we got. Credits roll. Yeah, but that's fun stuff. I enjoyed it. Oh, look. We get to see, what's her face again from the 4th case. How dare you kill me? I'm a ghost. And then there's the archaeological guys. Least creepy credits, indeed. Yep, there's the lady from the 1st case. Just kind of chilling out next to her garden as she always does. But yeah, those are it's kind of a fun series. And Goda, you say there's like a whole bunch like this that are pretty much a similar kind of place. I did finish the stream around the normal time, unless this credit sequence goes a long time. I think we'll be fine to start. What was that? That was about 4 streams. Yep. Bum, bum, bum. And the train one. The train one was the most a bit confusing to me in terms of running around and finding stuff in various locations. They're not all like this. Most of them are connected. That's interesting. Yeah, that's something to look forward to in the future. Kevin MacLeod. Oh wow, brief credit sequence. Brief roll. Neat. And I guess that does it. Am I right? Unless there's a stinger of some weird kind. I would imagine there would be. Then again, maybe there is. Or is the whole point of it just to push the options button and just exit from here? Do we just go from the, yeah, all we can do is really repeat the case flip from here. (18 out of 18 clues. And our 6th thing is the Merry Men Rebellious poster that we took. Cool. So I guess that's it, right? Nice. Well, we did it. We beat Crimes and Punishments. So what do we got? Nemesis, you try to stop Arsène Lupin. Jack the Ripper, you try to stop Jack the Ripper. Testament, you try to figure out a couple cases and try to stop someone. Waken is before Nemesis and Stop Cthulhu. Devil's Daughter is a sequel to this, but Sherlock and Watson look and sound younger. It's more action-focused. Chapter 1 is a prequel. Yeah, I read up a little bit, and I learned that, like, Chapter 1 was kind of a continuity reset kind of thing. But yeah, that's fun stuff. I could find myself exploring the rest of these games in the future. But maybe we can do that at some point later. But for now, that should do our stream for this evening. Yeah, it looks like... so our next stream, like I said at the beginning, will be the second DLC cases of Rise of the Golden Idol. We're going from mystery to mystery here, but we're doing Rise of the Golden Idol, as we said before. And after that, the following stream will be starting up Judgment by RGG Studio, featuring Takuya Kimura. So that'll be another big RGG Studio romp. So that'll be our plans for the future, but until then, thank you all so much for coming by, and we will see you next time.